Yo, what's good, people? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here, giving you guys my fragrance of the day. I know there are many people who may be waiting around just to see what I'm gonna wear today, what cheapy fragrance I have, and today I actually have another good one. This one was from TJ Maxx, ran me about $10. They had it on sale for like $9.99, so I paid like $10 and some change for it. Um, I actually found this fragrance. Um, while I really didn't find much around the time I found this one, which is why I got kind of curious just to see if I could find something interesting. And I didn't purchase it at first. I did watch uh, a few videos, um, and I also looked up the note breakdown as I always do. What's happening, bro? Um, as I always do when I go looking for fragrances, if I don't know much or anything at all about a fragrance, I usually just stand in the store. I'll pull my phone out. I'll look it up on YouTube to see if anyone else has reviewed it, or I'll look up what the note breakdown is. And if something in the note breakdown interests me, then I'll purchase. Well, nothing in this one really piqued my attention or piqued my interest. Um, but I think Joy Amin is a guy that I watch uh, do fragrance reviews, and he talked about this fragrance, and he said it was a powerhouse fragrance, very beast mode. You only need a few sprays, maybe three at max. And when he said that, he was not lying, because this fragrance is a beast. Yeah, Joy I mean is my guy, man. I like him too. Along with Big Beard Business, I like him. I like Ash Ash or Ashton from Gent Sense, and it's like one or two other guys I watch. There are also one or two females that I watch also. But this fragrance is beast mode, just like he said. I sprayed this thing on at like 5 something this morning when I was getting ready to come to work, and it is now 10 after 12, and I can still smell it. Now, on my wrist, it is still a nice skin scent. You can smell it clearly. I actually sprayed it because I did a video on Facebook a few minutes ago, so I actually sprayed it in here once to show what the atomizer is like. And I just went all the way down to the emergency department. I had to use the bathroom, and I came back, and as soon as I opened the door, I could still smell it. So it's still projecting in here. Now, off of me, I'm not sure what it's smelling like, because obviously I've had this on since 5 something this morning, and it has, my nose has gotten used to it. I've gotten maybe 2 compliments so far off of it. Um, but without further ado, I know you're tired of me talking. The fragrance is none other than from Alfred Sung. This is Sung Homme. This is a beast mode fragrance. No, not an aquatic. This actually smells kind of soapy. It's fresh. It's crisp. It's almost like you have on like a high end, like you've just used a high end soap when you wash. That's what it smells like. This does not smell like Prada. It don't smell like any other of those fragrances that you love, or any of the cheapies. It just smells clean. It smells really fresh. Um, this thing is a powerhouse. This is the 3.4 ounce, which is a 100 ml bottle. Pretty basic box. It's what you get, and the silhouette on the box is pretty much what the bottle looks like. Um, Basic information on the back, batch code punched in on the bottom of the box, and it does actually match the bottom of the bottle, the batch code. So if those numbers don't match, something is wrong. This is what the bottle looks like, and I'm sorry about the glare. Some bright lights in here. This is the bottle, and this is not blue. It's like a purplish looking color. It just looks blue on here. It's like a bluish purple looking color. I like it. The top, pretty plastic. As you can see, I can bend it, squeeze it. Just plastic, nothing fancy. Old school atomizer, and I love these old school atomizers. These things are terrific. They work great. They spray just like I like them. I like the mist. I don't like that streamlined spray, and this is what I mean by mist. You see that? I love that. You get a lot of juice distribution. It spreads out evenly on your skin. You don't get that one stream and then it runs down your neck. I can't stand that. And those 3 sprays I just sprayed was probably a little too much for this area I'm in right here. I mean, it's a wide open space, but it's like kind of overpowering. Do not overspray, especially if you try to wear this in the spring and the summer when it's hot, because this thing will choke the hell out of you and everyone else that's around you. I'm actually a hard head when it comes to fragrances. When people say don't wear them in the summer, spring, don't wear it in the winter, I paid for it, so I'll pretty much wear my fragrances whenever the hell I want to. I may lack in performance because something that's meant to be worn in the spring and summer and you wear it in the winter, the cold is going to kill it. It's going to like drown it out. But that's my choice. If I choose to be in a climate controlled environment, say I'm going to Olive Garden on a date and I want to wear something that should be worn in spring and summer, well, if I'm going to be inside, it should be okay, because it's not going to be freezing cold in the building that I'm going to be in, I don't think. But this can be worn in the spring and summer. Just do not overspray. I sprayed 6 sprays of this on me this morning, and I didn't offend anyone. Nobody said it was too loud. Nobody said it was too much. And I don't know. I'm a pretty big guy. I'm 6'3", almost 300 pounds. And not too many people are going to say too many negative things to me. Not that I'm trying to be intimidating or anything. That's just my stature. I'm really a nice guy, but I do get a lot of compliments on different colognes that I wear. And someone told me this morning that I always smell good, so that's a plus. But this is a great scent, man. And for $10, you really can't beat it. There are others. There are flankers to this one I want to try out also, but I haven't seen them in TJ Maxx. So if I can find them online, I think I found them on Fragrance X. Is really the only site I really like to use. I've used Fragrance Net before, but they take so long to ship. Fragrance X, it usually takes between 2 to 5 days. Fragrance Net, it took almost 2 weeks or a week for me to get my fragrance. So anyway, this was released in 1989, so that tells you how old this is. And for it to be around still this long says a lot. And I see why. This is a, like I said, powerhouse. This is a beast mode fragrance. And this thing has a hell of a lot of notes. I even got tired of writing all that crap down. I wrote it down. As you can see, I wrote it all down. This is probably one of the most complicated fragrances that I have in my collection. But for it to be so complicated, note-wise, for it to just smell like soap is baffling to me. Like, for you to smell crisp and clean, you have to have this many notes. This thing actually has, what I counted, 25 different notes in it. Plus, it didn't even list what the spicy notes were. It just said, um, it has also spicy notes in it. So that could be 2, 3, it could be 6. Yeah, it does smell kind of like Irish Spring soap. It's real strong, it's real powerful, but it smells wonderful. Um, Note breakdown. Let's get through it, man. So, in the opening, you get bay leaf, petitgrain, lemon, bergamot, sage, galbanum, basil, um, artemisia, caraway, pepper, and juniper berries. And in your mid note, you get caraway in the opening, and then it says you get hints of caraway in the mid also, which I didn't count that twice. I just counted it once. You get rose, jasmine, aldehydes, carnation, geranium, pine tree needles, spicy notes. And that's where I said the spicy notes. Um, it didn't list what they were or how many. It just said spicy notes. And then your base notes, you get cedar, vetiver, oak moss, leather, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, and fir, which provide a nice woodiness that complements both floral and herbal notes. Like I said, this thing is super complicated, but for it to have so many notes, you would think this thing was going to smell like the greatest cologne in the world, and it just smells like soap. Baffling to me. It's so weird to me. But for it to be what it is, it's great. And I'm kicking myself in the ass that I passed this up so many times. I've seen this in TJ Maxx like hundreds of times. And I'm always running in and out of Ross and TJ Maxx because at the time, that's the only two places that I knew of that sold discounted fragrances. And I also now shop Bell's because Bell's also has designer discount fragrances. And I didn't know that. And I purchased one from them recently, like around Christmas. And I haven't done a review on it yet, but I will be doing it soon. But they have discounted fragrances too. So if you don't frequent Bell's, check out Bell's. They also have fragrances. And make sure when you running in and out of these stores, make sure you check the women's department too, because sometimes people pick up stuff and they drop it off in the women's department, or vice versa, or someone who puts the fragrances out don't know that a man's fragrance is really a man's fragrance, and they just put it in the women's department, or they're just lazy and just stuck it in there anyway. But nonetheless, make sure you always check out the women's department, because in TJ Maxx I found 1 Million Privé in the women's department. I found Armani Code Profumo in the women's department, along with some other fragrances. Um, but like I said, I'm kicking myself in the ass because I passed this up so many times. But the good thing is I waited long as I did, and the price came down, and I got it for $9.99, which was about $10 and some change. So kudos to me for finding this fragrance. If you don't have it, pick it up. If you're really not into clean, fresh, soapy type scents like this one, then maybe you should try one like maybe, let's see, what do I have? Maybe I can't think of the name of it right now. Boy, I just turned 41 years old, and it is really showing. Um, Damn it, I can't think of it. Mont Blanc, um, Star Walker, and I can't think of the other Mont Blanc fragrance that smells kind of fresh also that I have. But anyway, check out something like that. And it's lunchtime. I'm about to get out of here. I thank everyone for their comments. If you have, as some of you guys always do, or most of the time do, you always know that I do respond back when people leave comments, questions, um, anything. I get back with you guys. It may not be right then, but I always get back to you. So I appreciate the support. Keep supporting your boy. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Ring the bell for notifications. I'm out. Peace.